Hey guys, something different this week. We're going to take a look inside a box of Trumpeter's M915 Gun Truck. Alrighty, welcome back. Something a little different, an M915 Gun Truck from Trumpeter on 35th scale. Yeah, I kind of gave up doing armor a little bit, but this just looks cool. I do like gun trucks, so I thought, you know what? It was a good price. Why not? So I snagged it, and there we go. It is kit number 01084. And you can see there on the box a bit more of it, and we do have a couple pieces of P in here, which is nice. Okay, so I learned from my last review where I couldn't open the box. This time I opened the box before I started filming. So there we go. This is the box and what you have. Typical Trumpeter, a little bit of propaganda in there. And plastics, nicely packaged as always with Trumpeter. Now, my only bug with Trumpeter is they used to be super cheap kits. Through COVID last few years, the prices doubled, tripled. They're not really that much cheaper anymore. Actually, one of the more expensive kits, to be honest with you. But if you look around, you still get a good bargain. So we'll look at rubber tires. We'll look at all this in a minute. Let's look at instructions real quick first. And we'll start with the color call out, which is just one version. And we have basically the Euro camo, a little bit of desert parts here and there. Okay. Instructions, very skinny, 38 parts. Yeah, only a few pages, so pretty thin instructions. So nothing too advanced. I know some of these trucks from Trumpeter, very expensive. Instructions are massive, so much detail. So straight off the bat, I'm not sure most of the parts, so I guess we're working on the chassis frame. Just going to flick through super quickly. As always, just go to ScaleMate. You can download a couple of instructions on the PDF and look at it in more detail in your own convenience. Adding the wheels, like I mentioned, it looks like the rubber tires, which is no problem for me. I don't really care if they're rubber or not. And just moving along here, tons of detail going on. We've got the cabin. Doesn't call it a flight deck, but the truck cab, I guess. This is what all trucks. It always gets interesting here because you kind of got to paint the inside and build it as you go along, and then mask it and paint the outside because obviously you can't leave the inside unpainted. So just take some time here. That's why it normally puts me off the amount of work required to get these interiors built. But they do look pretty good once they're done. And then moving along here, just various other parts going on, some armor, and we've got the truck bed going on, and then like the pillbox. I must admit, I wouldn't like to be the person standing in the back of there being shot at. Yeah. And there we go. That finishes up. Pretty straightforward, right? I'm going to fish the bottom of the box here and pull out some of these smaller bags. So we got the decals, instrument decals, and we have a mask set, which is super nice. So again, as I mentioned, you got to mask all the windows up, get a mask set, so that's a super help. And yeah, appreciate Trumpeter doing that. 2 slices of photo etch. We have a big piece here with some grills, very thick, heavy, and a smaller piece on the back. It's like armor for around the 50 cal, I'm guessing. Okay, very nice. All right, a little bag here. I'm guessing maybe these are the clear parts. I can open them up. Yep, and crystal clear, no problem at all. Got the windshield and side windows and the back window and some lights. No problem at all. Some of these bags I'm not even bother opening because it's just plain plastic. There's nothing really much to see here. Just various components. I mean, there's some detail here along the chassis frame here. The rest is just plain plastic. There's nothing really to see on that pack. All right, this one. it's, again, typical Trumpeter, nicely packaged. So I'm guessing there's some smaller detail parts behind here. And indeed there are. All right, so what we've got going on here, we've got, looks like the roof for the cab, some doors, a little bit not crazy detail, but good plastic, all crisp, no problems at all. Some real thin parts, be careful cutting these off, hence why it's wrapped in this, I'm guessing. So I'm going to wrap it straight back up. All right, another bag, mystery bag, bubble wrapped. All right, open this one up, and we have, again, some very nicely molded parts, must say. Plastic's a nice color too. But yeah, detail is very nice. Again, oof, cutting off all these and then sanding them, be careful. Very delicate, fragile stuff going on. All right, bunch of rims for the wheels, and I need the necessary open these up. A couple of sprues. Looks like a nice detail. Chassis rails, leaf springs. It's like the fuel tank. And we have one sprue at the bottom, one little lonely sprue, just a few pieces of framing there, nothing too crazy. Then if we look at the box, we have parts down the side here, which we'll run through. We have actually quite a lot. So on the bottom, we have a very long sprue. We have the cap and the hood on the bonnet, AM General, printed inside. This is a bunch of sprue in between it. Then we have the pillbox. Not too much detail on here, pretty straightforward, but if you're going to paint this up, you know, with the camo and weather and stuff, I think it should be okay. Bunch of tires. Let's take a closer look. There is some nice detail in here, actually. I'm not sure if you can really read the writing. There's something on the side there. I'm not sure if it's legible or not. And nice tread. Yeah, there you go. I'm sure you can get resin wheels if you wanted to, but again, I don't mind the rubber ones. So, giant bag of those guys. And finally, the truck bed. Nicely detailed. Interesting sprue around there. How it's packed. Very intriguing. But there we go. That's it. So, like I said a minute ago, you don't get bogged down with this like a massive project. I think you really go to town, detailing it for sure, and it would look good in a diorama as well, as always. So there we go. That's the Trumpeter's M915 Gun Truck.